Hey everybody, this is MP Diddy here. I'm going to be giving you a synopsis of the games that I am very excited about from E3. This year at E3, there has been a lot of games announced. Great games, phenomenal games. And usually with E3, you only have a little bit here and there that you want to buy. No, this year I have a whole list. See? I got a whole list. So, this is going to be in a parts videos because I want to give each game its proper definition. And these are now, granted, I'm not going to talk about anything that I'm not excited for. So, all these right here are the games that I'm excited for. There were a lot of other games announced, but this is the list that I'm excited for. All right? So, let's get started. All right. First on the list is Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, I have the original Tomb Raider. I've played Tomb Raider games. I haven't played 1 and 2, but I think I started on the PlayStation 2. I've always loved Tomb Raider. I love Lara Croft. She's awesome. Um, but Rise of the Tomb Raider is the sequel to the recent one, Tomb Raider, and that really redefined the genre in terms of making it more gritty, graphic, and violent tale about one girl's journey through a psychotic, episodic journey, just rivaled with danger. And in the middle of that journey, she found herself. She found what she was looking for. So this game is going to be her searching for more answers. The whole point of this game is her being a legend. She wants to make a name for herself. She wants to find every secret that there is out there in this world, which is really cool. They announced straight up that they are bringing tombs back. Tombs are coming back to Tomb Raider. I know that sounds funny, but there were barely any tombs in the last game. So, tombs are coming back. The gameplay is a lot more violent, a lot more in your face. She's not a damsel. She's not a afraid for her life type of person anymore. What we saw at the end of the first game is the type of girl we're gonna see in this one. She's fearless. She's angry, and she has a goal in mind, and no one is gonna get in her way of the goal. I don't know what all you're gonna be fighting in it, but I've seen grizzly bears. I've seen all this stuff, so it's gonna be just like the first one, just a lot more brutal and a lot more intertwined. I know that the gun customization is going to be a lot better. The fighting is a lot more intense. They said that the gunfights are going to be quote unquote hectic and nerve-wracking. They are going to be hard to fight. So I'm glad that they're going to add a challenge of difficulty to this because I played the first Tomb Raider on the hardest difficulty and it wasn't that hard. I beat it pretty quickly. That being said, I am extremely excited for Rise of the Tomb Raider. I can't wait to see it when it releases this holiday. I am extremely stoked for it. Alright, next on the list is Just Cause 3. Yeah, this game is just pure chaos. That's all it is. This game is pure chaos. I don't care about the single player. I mean, I'll play it just so I can see it, but the point of this game is just to make as much mass chaos as possible. And let me tell you, Just Cause 2 started it, but Just Cause 3 has just turned this chaos into a freaking art. It is beautiful mass destruction. I mean, everything is destructible. I saw tons of things, but the coolest thing I saw was he was in a helicopter and he was chasing a caravan going down over a huge bridge, and he shot the supports out from under the bridge, and the bridge collapsed, dropping it into the water, and he jumped out of his plane and skydived straight down into the water and took what was on the caravan. That was so cool. I mean, that kind of innovation in games is incredible. The They're going to add a wingsuit this time around. We're going to have a parachute, grapple hook, wingsuit. Very cool. Um, and it's still Rico. Hopefully they let you customize him with his outfit. That was one thing I really bothered me. Hopefully gun customization is in there too, but it may not. Um, I know that there's going to be a ton of vehicles, tons of planes, helicopters, everything. Um, you can shoot two-handed weapons from your parachute now. I saw him fly into uh, a base and pull his parachute and pull out a rocket launcher and just start blasting things uh, from the parachute. So looks really cool, and the grapple hook has a new feature where you can actually do an auto retract mode, which is really neat. Like you can shoot it at one thing and then shoot it at another, and then move away, and then press auto retract, and it'll retract whatever it is, and it's so strong it'll pull like structures down if you structure it right. That is so cool. So that game is going to be great, and that comes out in November. No, sorry, it comes out December 1st, and so it's going to be definitely one of the games I'm going to be playing. It looks impressive. All right, next on the list. This game wasn't shown off at E3, and it really disappointed me, but I'm going to be getting it. I've already seen gameplay of it. It's the first time we've ever seen this game. Uh, it's been a major hit movie franchise, but it's never had a proper game until now. And I say that because it's the same people who do Just Cause that are doing this. Mad Max. Mad Max is going to be incredible. I've already heard very many things about it. It is focused around demolition derby type of car combat with fully customizable vehicles called the Magnum Opus is what your vehicle is called, the Magnum Opus, and you can customize everything about your vehicle. I remember one developer was talking about that he wanted to make his vehicle a death machine. And so what he did was he took the hood off of his car and had the internal motor spinning with its internal motor, and he attached knives to it, so it was spinning with knives on it. And what you could do is while you're fighting hand to hand, you can grab somebody, pull them over, and slam their face into it and just chop their face up. And they said that's just one of the many things you can do with the game. This game is going to be all about survival. You got to go out and find food, water, shelter, scrap. You're going to be fighting people for survival, independence, and you're going to be fighting people for resources, which I'm really excited to see. They already showed you can customize Max. You can customize the dog. You can customize the weapons. The fighting is brutal. It's same type of hand-to-hand combat as Batman Arkham. It's got that same kind of mentality. Press X to punch, Y to counter, B to roll out of the way, A to dodge over. So yeah, I mean it seems pretty cool. It seems like it's gonna be pretty awesome. And good narrative, it seems like also. And I mean, Just Cause is always a huge open world, so I'm betting that this Wasteland is going to be massive, just ginormous. All right, next up on the list, Kingdom Hearts 3. We finally saw gameplay, people, and I've never delved into Kingdom Hearts. But I am going to get the remaster whenever they do the 1 and 2 for Xbox One. But it looks pretty dang impressive. I think it looks really neat. I like how they incorporate special moves into the game. Like they incorporate special moves where you get on rides of famous rides from Disneyland, and you attack them with those rides. That's really cool. I think that's neat. And you get to go through all of the famous uh, Disney worlds that you've come to fall in love with, and I think that's really neat, you know. And I'm not a Final Fantasy person because I don't like turn-based uh, style fighting, but this isn't turn-based. It's more you know, third-person action adventure fighting kind of thing. I'm very excited to see more about it. I know it's not coming until late 2016, but it is cool to see that it, you know, it's slowly generating itself up. Um, Not much we can talk about it because there's not really anything to talk about, but I am excited about it. All right, next on the list is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Assassin's Creed Syndicate looks impressive. I'm uh, I'm very interested in everything Assassin's Creed. As you can tell, I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan. I've played every single one of them. I have you know, collectors characters from it. I love the storyline. I love that, you know, nothing is real, everything is permitted. I love the storyline. I love that they can come up with storylines that actually incorporate real historical events, and they do it in such a great way that, you know, it's actually believable. You actually have to go back to a history book and wonder, hey, did this really happen? But anyway, Assassin's Creed Syndicate takes place in 19th century London during the Industrial Revolution. The main character's name is Fry, and his uh, twin sister, which you can play as also, her name is Evie. Um, and They are two very brutal assassins, and they don't put up with anything, as all assassins don't. I do like his personality already from what I've seen. Very much reminds me of Ezio, very smart aleck, very you know, arrogant. I love that type of character. It's hilarious. Um, but it's going to be no multiplayer. That is a smile of joy. No multiplayer on Assassin's Creed. This is the way it's supposed to be, people. Assassin's Creed needs to be a single player, and devote all that time and effort into the single player aspect. So this map is supposed to be 5 times bigger than Unity, and it's being made by the same people who did Brotherhood and Black Flag. As of Unity was made by the people who did Revelations and um, Liberations, I think. Um, so yeah, that game's gonna be really cool. They have some new weapons in it. For one, the cane sword. It's like a cane that can pull out and be a sword. And at the same time, you can press a button, it can turn it into a scythe that he swings and hits people with, which is really neat. We got throwing knives are back, and they have this new gauntlet on his wrist, which is a grapple hook. I don't know if you can use it on people, but I know that you can grapple to the top of buildings and just, oh man, just jump as fast as possible up really tall buildings, which is really neat. Um, and You can fight on horse and carriages. There's a lot more emphasis on industrialization in this game, so a lot more environmental attacks. Hand-to-hand combat is a lot more brutal and a lot more in your face. Very, very white, very white trash London brawl. Um, you know, back alley cat fight. You know, that kind of just brutality that they had back in the day with gangs of London. So it looks really good. Um, Very well rendered. I just hope that it doesn't have the same issues as Unity, where, you know, you get into a group, a crowded of people, and it starts lagging and freezing up. I have a lot more games to go, so this is part one. If you want to watch part two, it's going to be posted up right after this. Thanks.